The long mornings of unemployment found Jordan spending more time than usual talking to his mom. He sat on the back steps with his phone pressed to his ear, his other hand plucking blades of grass from the cracks in the concrete. "It's getting a little better," he said. "I got bleach earlier today, and I've been keeping the windows open to let the fresh air circulate." No, don't do that. Bleach is terrible for mold," she said. "You have to use white vinegar. It gets into the pores." "Ugh," he said, "whatever. I guess Leo will like that. She loves that kind of stuff, letting nature run its course." On the other end of the line, he heard the screen door squeak and clatter as it smacked against the frame. "Anyway, Mom," he said, "hang on a minute. Before you get carried away, let me just tell you what I wanted to tell you." She sucked in a breath and then released it slowly, a sign that the new pain was notching up her spine again. "Your sister," she paused, as was her habit, to paw at the gate while mustering her nerves before she broke out with the real news. And in that time, his heart thrummed against his chest because he didn't know whether it was good news or bad news, and either way, he knew he wouldn't like it. She cleared her throat with a little double grunt, the final stall. "She wrote us a letter, and before you say anything, just let me finish. She's fine." "Fine?" he said. "Dory, please, you have to let me finish." But then she fell quiet again, making him work for his patience. "She seems to be getting a lot from this place. She says next month she'll be mentoring one of the younger people. Well, not younger, but newer. She said the last 3 months of being solo, that's what she called it, her solo. But I guess it's more like a partial meditation retreat, like a hibernation from the rest of the world." She paused. Jordan looked across the grass under the hazy sky, still wet from a storm that rocked the house and shook the windows all night, clearing just in time for daybreak and the return of the heat. "What was I saying? She's getting a lot out of it?" "That's right, she said it's giving her a lot of perspective." Jordan huffed through his nostrils. "What was that?" "Don't say it," he thought. "Don't say it, don't." "Doesn't it sound a little weird to you?" "Well, sure, but anything sounds weird before you try it." "A commune run by, I'm sorry, but like crazy people? I might have thought changing your gender was weird before you did it." It took the wind out of him. "Mom," he whispered. "What? Can't I talk about that? Or is that like using your dead name? Old. What? You can just say old, you don't have to say dead." "Oh, well, that's what they say online." "It's not the same thing, me and Tasha." "I'm not saying it is, I'm just raising it for comparison." Jordan squeezed his eyes shut and tried to let the bitterness escape him. Most people had it worse than a mom who reads too many online forums. "How come she didn't write to me? Does she have your new address?" "No." "Have you written to her?" "Well, no." "Well, okay. Anyway, the letter was addressed to the three of us. I had to tell you outside, away from your father. Even though it's a good thing, he's having a hard time coping. He walks around like he can't find his left foot." Jordan could picture it. His father buried in tasks when emotions ran high, and this time of year there were weeds enough to keep his head in the dirt for days. He heard a slap. "These mosquitoes are killing me. So what was it you wanted to tell me?" He stalled, feeling stingy with his news. But he couldn't think of anything else to fill in the gap. "I got a job," he muttered, the words like paper on his tongue. "What?" "Yeah," he said. "That's terrific." "Yeah." "You don't sound too excited." "I am." He tried to lift his voice. He took a breath. Birds chirped. A siren answered. Then it was just the birds again. Thank you.